Here we go, got game scenarios!
Seattle Seahawks, are they a team that can win 8 games in 2024? That's the bar that's been set for their season after scratching out 9 wins in 2023. Made sure the Hawk icon finished his run there on a winning note.
That's the way we end it!
So now the 12s are going to throw on their captain hats, crank some yacht rock, because Michael McDonald is steering the ship.
No, you don't want that. No, just like podcast.
McDonald looks amazing for a dude that was touring with Steely Dan in the 70s, don't you think? McDonald's so young, he could have gone to high school with his quarterback.
Let's go! Let's go!
Geno Smith is back. He came back down to earth in 2023, compared to 2022 at least, but he's not coming off a terrible year.
Cox, DK Metcalf.
He made the Pro Bowl.
He makes the catch. He's got a touchdown. Seahawks.
Rate over 90, 20 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, over 240 passing yards per game.
Got DK Metcalf at the 20, 15 knocked out of bounds.
Seattle's plenty happy with the playmakers around Geno. Starts with that trio of wideouts.
In the back of the end zone, DK. Touchdown. Seahawks.
DK still having his way.
You don't want to see me? You don't want to see me?
Still bonkers that burger joint hasn't struck a deal with him.
Bro, I stink, though.
Metcalf, Pro Bowler, over 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns.
You was like, how you see face down when he had the monster on his back?
Toe tap Tyler returns. Lockett comes in off a 79 catch, 894 yard, 5 TD campaign.
It's over, baby.
Jackson Smith and Jigba will try and build on a rookie year that saw him go for over 60 catches, 600 plus yards, 4 scores.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Not 7 years ago though, last year.
On his way to the end zone, touchdown.
Tight end Noah Fant picked up the scraps to the tune of 400 plus yards.
Still up the sideline. Still up the sideline.
Both their backs play a big role in their passing attack. Zach Charbonnet, Kenneth Walker III combined for over 50 catches, over 450 receiving yards.
Still on the move.
Walker raked 900 plus yards on the ground, 4.1 a carry, TD dial tuned to the Ocho.
Second touchdown of the day for Kenneth Walker III.
Charbonnet, a rookie last year, good backup, 4.3 a carry, over 450 rush yards.
To Charbonnet, who breaks free into Cleveland territory, down inside the 45.
The biggest question mark for their offense is that O-line of theirs. On one hand, they gave up the 10th fewest sacks in the league. That's great.
Geno's going to throw the slant. Touchdown!
The but in this case, sizable. Sir Mix-a-Lot would approve sizable. Only 4 teams gave up a higher pressure rate.
Pocket crumbling. Now it's Aaron's turn.
Left tackle Charles Cross made some progress in his year 2, but he still gave up a higher than average pressure rate and allowed a team-high 8 sacks.
He's hit and he's sacked.
Big part of the problem was injuries. Right tackle Abraham Lucas also heads into year 3. He got hurt. They probably trot out 2 new interior guys. They signed Laken Tomlinson, but he gave up 9.5 sacks as a Jet. Center is up for grabs.
And Lockett, he's got the catch under the goalpost.
17th in points per game, 21st in yards per game last year.
They got Geno down.
23rd on third down, 25th in the red zone.
Geno just stumbled and fell.
Seattle can't afford those rankings if they expect to make it back to the playoffs.
Get sacked!
They have to make big strides on defense, too. 25th in points per game allowed.
End zone. He's done it again.
30th in yards per game allowed last year.
Tutu at the 20. Tutu at the 10.
They couldn't stop the run. Gave up 4.6 a carry.
Absolutely nowhere to go.
Squirts through and takes it all the way down to the goal line.
Couldn't stop the pass. 23rd in rating allowed. 25th in completion percentage.
Catch is made. The run to the end zone.
Over 230 passing yards per game given up.
Falls, touchdown.
Now, they're sticking with most of their DBs from last year's secondary, and it makes sense individually.
27 long as though.
Cornerback Reek Woolen held quarterbacks to a sub-80 rating.
That's definitely an interception.
Trey Brown held his targets to a sub-90 rate.
Trey Brown was there for the pick 6.
Same deal with the man in the mirror, Michael Jackson, sub-90 rate for him.
We take another look at this. Yep, out of bounds.
And they love cornerback Devin Witherspoon.
Ball kicked up.
The rookie led the team in passes defense.
Still being chased. Witherspoon far side.
He was all over the place.
Witherspoon, unbelievable.
Safety Julian Love is back for more, rating against under 90 in 2023.
And it's intercepted in the end zone.
The new man in town, safety Rayshon Jenkins, former Jaguar, over 100 tackles for them last year.
Sean Jenkins, and he's got some real estate.
Hawks said goodbye to two of their safeties, Jamal Adams, he just couldn't stay healthy for them, and safety Quandre Diggs, who came close to 100 tackles in 2023 and played the pass well.
Quandre Diggs.
Changes to their second level, too. See you later, Bobby Wagner, for the second time.
He changed it. He changed it.
At least his shoes won't be too hard to fill. He didn't do much for them last year.
Come on, boy.
I mean, other than lead the league with 183 tackles. So good luck, Jerome Baker, former Dolphin linebacker, only 13 games last season.
Jerome Baker with the pick.
But 100 tackle type when you look at his resume. Linebacker Jordan Brooks also gone from the Northwest, 100-plus tackles 3 years in a row.
Drop, and they get him, so Prescott gets sacked.
Linebacker Terrell Dodson comes over from Buffalo. He could see a lot of snaps after picking up over 70 tackles in 10 starts.
There's the pop out by Dodson.
On the sack front, 47 of them last year, good enough for a tie for 11th.
Fumble Seahawks! Seahawks have it, it's Brooks!
5 of their 6 lead sackmen return. Linebacker Boye Mafe had the fairest 9 last year.
For an 11th time.
Linebacker Boye Mafe, the fairest 9.
Steps up and Tannehill is sacked.
Defensive end Jaron Reed made it home 7 times.
Gets hit, goes down.
Linebacker Darrell Taylor, 5.5, only 5 starts.
Prescott under pressure again, sacked from behind, so they get him for the second time.
Defensive tackle Leonard Williams, 5.5 between New York and Seattle.
Grenade wrapped up, down he goes.
And defensive end Draymond Jones, 4.5.
Pressure again, and Goff is going to be dropped by Draymond Jones.
They get Uchenna and Nwosu back from injury.
We'll play ball today. Let's go, dude. Let's go, dude.
He hit the 9.5 sack mark the year before.
Nwosu gets there again.
Seattle used their first rounder on a defensive end, Byron Murphy.
This is the best defensive tackle in the draft. Leverage and quickness. Very disruptive. You talk about the ability to penetrate and make plays. He can do that. You want to double team him. Watch his knee almost goes to the ground. He's got unbelievable core strength.
Jason Myers, kicker, 35 for 42 last season, 7 misses, 4 from 50 plus.
He's going to bring on the field goal team for the Seahawks.
He did have the most attempts of any kicker, not that Seattle wants that to be the case again. Step back a little bit and soak it all in. Seattle's playmakers are running it back. Smith, Walker, DK, Lockett, Smith and Jigba, Fant. It's up to new OC Ryan Grubb to get more out of them in 2024. Their O-line will look different, and that's a good thing. They were ranked 29th by PFF last year, but the interior of that line is still a big question mark. Front 7 on defense, Williams, Jones, Reed, all back. Mafe and Nwosu, Taylor, Murphy hoping to heat up the QB on the regular. Baker is not as good as Wagner, so paint that swap red. And do the same at the other linebacker spot. Dodson's going to have to ball to replace Brooks' production. Secondary, 1 change. Jenkins for Diggs, push it. Both guys are good safeties, both had good 2023s. Woolen, Witherspoon, Jackson, a pretty tasty trio at corner. So let's make our way to their schedule now and dig into that 7.5 win line.
Come on. Come on. Let's go!
We begin with their floor scenario. Even if they're sitting on a C- type roster, they still beat Denver at home to start, take New England on the road week 2, Giants week 5 back in the Northwest, give them a split with the Rams at least, Arizona at home still winnable, Minnesota at home too, so 6-10 is the floor. They do have a pretty challenging road slate this year. Seattle won 9 last year though, right? And it's still a lot of the same dudes again, so why not take Buffalo at home, sweep the Cardinals, beat Green Bay at home, and take out Chicago on the road? That's a 10-win ceiling, which would be a pretty sweet start for McDonald.
Sir!
Game preview guy guess time. Man, they just don't feel all that different. McDonald doesn't flop, but I'll go 8-9.